Hi, welcome back to Finally Revealed and another episode of Be the Change. We are now finishing up our review period, our first review period since we started last fall, and it's time to begin moving forward. And this video is about something really important that you need to be aware of and to practice and be prepared for in any type of initiation. When you're starting something new and you are changing your own habits, your own schedule, your own objectives, and moving on into a new area, you have to make adjustments within yourself. And we have gone through some of those steps already. Now we get to the point where you have had a little bit of momentum build up and you are moving into the meat of your change or your enterprise or whatever it is for you. Maybe you have chosen to work on something personal to yourself as far as your body, your physical appearance, your health, something specifically exactly related just to you. It might be changes to your family, your surroundings, your job, hobbies, new businesses, whatever you have chosen. But now is the point kind of where the rubber meets the road. And for you to get some more traction and actually get going, once you have started a little bit, you need to be prepared to look at your number one resource, which is your time. We all have set up patterns in our life, and when we're making a change, we're disrupting those patterns. It's hard enough to get yourself and your ego and your habits moved around to adjust to this new thing that is coming in or that you are creating and say goodbye or let go of the old. And in a connection with that, there are all kinds of changes that impact your time. We talk about spending time and wasting time and and free time. I want to focus here on spending time. My grandmother would talk about buying things in the context of, instead of spending money or paying, she would always say, she says, I wouldn't give $5 or $10 for that. If she was shopping in a store, she would talk about what she would give. So she recognized that she had something of value, not just money or a debt, which she didn't have a debit card, but a credit card or a piece of paper or coin as money, but it was an item of value. And in today's society, part of it is by design and part of it is by convenience, but the farther away you are from actually handing over earned money or money that you received from a gift and handing over, for example, if you had to hand over $500 to buy a coat or $500 to pay your rent or handing over that money, would you buy some of the things that you buy if you had to actually go and get the stack of bills and hand it over? You would definitely have a different thought process than you would by handing a card and waiting, looking to see if there's room on your credit card statement that you can buy something. So this ties into Grandma saying what she would give for something. I'm using that as an analogy. So you have your time. We each come here and are born with a certain amount of time. We don't know what it is. You can look at the average lifespan of a person in your physical health, in your family, in your geographic location to determine approximately how many years you have to live. That obviously can be shortened based upon your habits, again, where you live, dangerous activities, your health, and things like that. So while you don't know how much time you have overall, you do know how much time you have each day, each week, and each month. That is a resource that once it is spent on that day, doesn't ever come back. Think about it a little bit differently. Instead of spending it, think about as giving it. You have 24 hours in a day. What are the things that you absolutely have to get done for yourself? Hygiene, bathing, eating, sleeping. Next level, for your family, what are the things that you have to do there? What are the things that you have committed to for work? Where in your change are you adjusting time? You are in control over what time you give to any activity, person, or enterprise. So boundaries around your time is crucial. Do you know how much time you are giving to looking at your phone? Do you know how much time you are giving to playing video games? Do you know how much time you are giving away watching television? Do you know how much time you are giving with your pets? Do you know how much time you're giving for exercise and eating and taking care of your health? More aware, and you're conscious, and you're giving your time intentionally with purpose. Then it should be able to help you say the magic word, no. No. No is a complete sentence. Requests come in for people at work for you to help with something additional. When you give that additional time, is that taking time away from something that you already have a deadline on, or something regular that you have to do or you've agreed to do? When you give that time, does it mean you have to now stay late at work or work through lunch? If you have to stay late at work, how does that impact carpools or church activities that you like to do or that you've committed to? Where does that impact your change? You have to evaluate your time, and you have to be prepared when these requests come in from a variety of things, and some of them are requests for you. If you are aware that you are spending 3 hours a day on your phone looking at social media, that time is not going to come back for this day. So the no has to not only be to other people, it has to also be to yourself. You are the caretaker of the time that you have. So be prepared to say no. It is important for you to be able to stay on your track on what you want to do. And as your change develops, you might be saying no just for a little while. You might be saying no for a prolonged period of time, or you might be saying no forever. In other words, getting rid of things or just not being available for new things that don't fit within the confines of your change and what you have decided to do. So this week, put your guards up. Put your guards up on your patterns and activities. You know, people say, I don't have enough time, or I'll do it later. Later is getting really full of things. And later is not going to help you do things now. So let's, this week, focus on our now, focus on our everyday, and be aware of requests for you to give time. Evaluate each one and plan it out in advance. Do you have extra time for anything this week? Some weeks you might, some weeks you might not. Break that down into each day and be prepared. Have your agenda, that what you have decided to do, and maybe today or tomorrow is later for some things that you had thrown forward in the past that you still need to catch up on. And if that's the case, then no is going to be your answer for a while. You can tell people, no, I can't do it this time. Ask me again. I appreciate you thinking of me for this situation. Ask me another time. I can't do that right now. And some things are going to be permanently no, as you choose how you're going to give your time. So I hope this was helpful to you. If it was, or if it made you think, give me a thumbs up. Leave any comments or questions below. I hope you're doing really well on your chosen change. We're moving forward again. We've had a little review period. Now we're moving ahead. And we need our time for that purpose. Share this with anyone who it might benefit or who has trouble with boundaries. Subscribe to see the other videos. Head over to the Big Brass for any business matters. And come back and see me next time. Thanks for watching.